fam, Alexxa Rains here with another reaction. So today we're going to be watching something new in order to continue with our Star Trek series and our Star Trek sagas. We're going to dive into Star Trek the animated series, which I'm very excited about. As always, if you guys are looking for the full-length reaction to this particular episode or any of my other content, you can find that on Patreon, and the link will be in the description below. And if you cannot support us on Patreon, that's completely fine. You can support us directly here on YouTube by liking this video, commenting, subscribing, and joining our membership program. So without any further ado, let's get into our episode. Okay.
Captain's log, stardate 5221.3. On outward course beyond the fringe of our galaxy towards Questar M17, a source of mysterious radio emissions. Mission? Star charting.
Red alert, red alert. Solo!
Situation, Mr. Scott?
We've picked up speed, sir, rapidly. I've cut back power, but we continue to gain momentum.
Mr. Sulu?
She's not answering the helm, sir. 2 minutes right ascension off course and drifting farther, Captain.
I can only describe it as hypergravity, Captain. More powerful than any we've ever encountered. It's dragging the Enterprise toward it.
Why aren't our sensors picking it up? Forward scanners, Mr. Sulu.
Captain, that's the source of the radio emissions.
Full reverse thrust.
No good, sir. We're still falling toward it.
Yeah, let's not crash into this thing.
How much time do we have?
Impact in 93 seconds.
There's another signal. Listen.
"40 seconds, Captain. 39. 38.
Sulu, flank speed ahead. Our only chance is to try to get into orbit around that thing.
Orbital velocity.
Steady as she goes, Mr. Sulu. Maintain orbit.
It's like the
Aye,
moon. It's like our moon. NCC
Jim,
1701.
how do we get out of orbit?
Slingshot effect, Mr. Spock? Do we have enough power?
I'll need some time for the computations, Captain.
What are those?
Put us alongside, Mr. Sulu.
They look like
Aye, aye,
fish. Or not. What are those? Are they connected pods?
It's a starship. Like nothing I've ever seen.
Can you identify that metal or the design of the ship?
Negative to both, Captain. Unknown alloy, harder and lighter than any registered metal. It is not a recorded galactic starship design. Retroanalysis of the ship's spectra dates it as having been in orbit here for slightly more than 300 million years.
Whoa.
A civilization that advanced 300 million years ago before life even emerged on Earth.
Barely an instant in eternity, Jim.
Mr. Spock, any indication of that ship's power source?
No, Captain. But this far from a G1 star, it is logical to assume they had some kind of warp drive. The hexagonal shape of the windows suggests a similarity to natural insect designs of Earth. The honeycombs of bees.
Yes.
The individual cells are shaped precisely like this.
Would you look at this now? This metal, it isn't cast or rolled. It was drawn into filaments and spun.
Like a spider spins his web. Every pod. They've all been burst open.
Aye. From the inside, from the looks of
Yeah,
them.
something
Must
came
have been
out.
some accident to get almost every pod.
Accidents seldom have such system, Dr. McCoy. I believe we must consider the alternative possibility that the crew of this ship destroyed her themselves.
They came out for some reason.
KIRK to Enterprise.
Enterprise, Lieutenant Uhura here.
Lieutenant, are you still getting that radio signal from the ship?
Negative, Captain. It stopped transmitting when you beamed aboard.
All right, lock on us with the transporter and be ready to transport. We're going inside.
Transporter beam on and locked. Standing by.
It's registering energy. Very little, but building.
You mean it's functioning? After all the millenniums this ship has been here?
The wands are accumulators, receptors to attract energy. Motion, sound, light,
They're tracking
heat,
their energy?
every kind of energy around them.
The whole ship is designed to receive and store energy.
Gives me the creeps.
Ditto.
I feel like something's watching us.
I feel it too, Captain.
This was the control center of the starship. These must be control and navigational instruments.
The source of the interference is here, Captain. It's not part of the normal equipment. It's like something they jury-rigged during an emergency.
Oh.
Something to shield this room. But shield it from what?
Possibly from whatever had come aboard their ship.
The door.
Something is trying to get in. The field of interference is reacting against the magnetic flux lines, Captain.
Will it hold?
If the energy stays at that level.
What is it?
I'm not
Is
sure.
it talking?
But I think
It is talking.
it could be a ship's log or a warning. It seems to keep repeating.
A message from 300 million years ago.
I may be able to get a translation.
Hurry up, Spock.
Patience, Doctor.
Danger. The dead star. We are being drawn to it. There is no other answer. If you understand this message, you are protected only for this moment in this room. This thing watch.
Get out of here! Hurry!
Captain, something beamed aboard with you.
Oh no!
Transport it back out.
Oh no! What's gonna happen now?
So, we're all just fine. But whatever was on that ship used our transporter beam to come aboard with us. And now, it's here.
That alien commander, sir. The message said that they had to destroy their own ship.
Until we learn more about it, Scotty, perhaps we should be ready to do the same. Take 2 of your men and arm the self-destruct device in the engineering core.
Aye, sir.
Bridge, Lieutenant What? Captain. Decks 5 and 6 report shutdown of all life support systems.
Oh no!
They've gone to life support belts.
Bridge to Captain Kirk. Something's activating the ship's
Oh
phaser
my
banks.
god!
They're locking on the alien starship. Phaser banks were off, Captain. They activated themselves.
And mutual override did not work.
Sir, we cannot get into the core.
The cutter beams.
Drained of all energy, sir.
Sir, cargo holds 3, 4, and 5 just shut down life support systems.
Power out on all but key levels, Captain. High magnetic flux reading.
Captain Kirk, the ship's computers. Something's going through every storage bank.
It must be held by the magnetic force of the dead star. And it needs a starship to break free and a crew to man it.
You are correct, Captain
Ooh.
James T. Kirk.
Damn!
It has absorbed the memory banks,
Oh
Captain.
shit!
All of them.
Oh
You will
shit!
now remove the static shield from the navigation console, Captain James T. Kirk.
You have shut down life support systems and endangered members of my crew. Restore those systems first.
You will obey me.
And if I refuse,
Ooh!
Obey me.
Captain,
Ooh!
Obey me.
stop! You'll hurt him.
Remove
It sounds
the
like a
static shield
Dalek.
from the warp drive controls. Do it now.
No, Captain.
I'll obey. Let him go.
Repair the warp drive controls. Obey me.
Mr. Scott, start repairs. Install the auxiliary controls.
Aye, Captain.
I'm all right, Captain.
What are we dealing with, Spock?
High-rank probabilities, Captain. It is a magnetic organism without mass. It is a form of primal energy, and it can utilize the electronic control systems of a starship like the mind of a man.
Oh, wow.
Uses the neural control systems of the human body. It has become the Enterprise.
Oh, no.
And we are only life support organisms in its body. The magnetic flux readings are higher. It is growing stronger. Building itself.
Get out of our ship, dude.
The slingshot effect to yank us out of orbit.
You will leave this orbit and plot course to galactic coordinates 036.231.
That's the heart of the galaxy, Captain.
Plot the course, Mr. Sulu.
Captain, this symbiote can reproduce itself by mitosis and take over every starship we encounter. It can control computer centers, whole planets.
I'm aware of that, Mr. Spock. The auxiliary warp drive controls can only be operated manually.
That is correct. You will activate the manual controls. Obey.
Controls activated.
Fly full power. Obey me.
Don't hurt her.
Accelerate. Do not destroy the ship. Obey. Obey. Obey.
Is it going to leave so it doesn't die?
Activate warp drive.
Activated, Captain.
Please don't.
Ooh, thank you. The girl is fine.
Don't leave me alone.
Aww.
Please. So lonely.
Captain's log, stardate 5221.8. Final entry.
That's sad.
Resuming outward course beyond the farthest star of our galaxy. Mission star charting.
Okay. All right, fam. So we just finished watching season 1, episode 1 of Star Trek, the animated series, titled Beyond the Farthest Star. That was really cool. It's really nice to be able to see our characters in a different format, still the same voices, so it feels very nostalgic, very reminiscent of the of Star Trek TOS, and especially since I've seen the first movie as well, it just kind of puts it all together. And we're still with the OG Enterprise. And in this episode, they are star charting, and while doing that, they get attracted to a Death Star or a dead star, and they're being pulled to the gravity. They're being pulled by the gravitational pull of that particular star, and then encounter a dead starship that has been there for like a lot of years, for millennia. And as they investigate, they find out that they had to auto-destruct because of a force that infected their ship. And that same force ends up going on the Enterprise, trying to infiltrate the Enterprise so that they can spread throughout the galaxy. But thankfully, our team is smarter and better than it and is able to get rid of it and leave it alone around the dead star. And Yeah, it was a really good episode. It was really nice to be able to, like I said, to hear our old crew again, to hear Ahora's voice, to hear Sulu's voice. I hope we're going to get to see Chekhov as well. But it was nice to be able to kind of see those familiar faces or hear those familiar voices. But yeah, great episode. I can't wait to see what the rest of the series is going to be like. I know we have 2 seasons, which is pretty cool. And then once we're done with that, like I said before, I'll be doing all the fan stuff that I'm supposed to be watching before the movies, and then I'll get back to movie number 2. So I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. And if you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Mwah! Bye for now.